Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
Good
please
afternoon.
take your seat and introduce yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Introduce yourself.
Sir, I am SUBHRAJYOTI SAHOO. I belong to Bhadrak district of Odisha. I have completed my +2 from Bhadrak district. After that, I joined OAT and completed my BSc Agriculture from College of Agriculture, Bhubaneswar. After that, I have done MSc Agriculture in Plant Breeding and Genetics from College of Agriculture, OAT, Bhubaneswar. I passed out in 2021. After that, I have been working in the rural development sector for last 1 year. I was working with Pradhan NGO in Kalahandi district. Recently, I joined Odisha Livelihood Mission as a young professional.
And this certificate course you have taken on rural development?
Yes.
From where?
From Odisha State Open University.
Open University.
Yes.
Mane continuously.
During my graduation.
Graduation.
Here, in a hobby, you said diary writing my perspectives on daily events.
Yes.
What is your perspective to today's event? Your perspective.
So, after this occasion, I will write how it went and where I went wrong. I mostly analyze my actions and what happened with me. If something memorable, I write about it.
Good. So, it's a self-analysis.
Mostly. Also, if I do something wrong, if someone also, some memorable event also happened, that also I.
So, how have you analyzed yourself for UPSC, OAS examination? How have you done in mains? What's your
pardon, sir, I can get it.
What's your self-analysis about this examination, UPSC examination? How have you done and all?
About myself or about the?
No, how? What have you told me that you like to analyze yourself.
Yes.
So what have you analyzed about yourself during this preparation?
So I have analyzed that to be a civil servant, we must be patient because it is a lengthy process, and we must be hardworking, and we must be consistent in this preparation journey. And the board requires some qualifications. We may not satisfy that in the first attempt, but we should be consistent and hardworking and keep moving towards our goals so that we can satisfy all the conditions and clear.
What is Odisha Livelihood Mission?
Sir, Odisha Livelihood Mission is under Department of Mission Shakti, Government of Odisha. It is mostly focused on providing alternative means of livelihood for the women.
What is the alternative means of livelihood?
Means suppose most of the rural poor are dependent on agriculture, mostly paddy cultivation. Odisha Livelihood Mission is mostly focused on women SHGs and providing them like backyard poultry, like vegetable cultivation, beekeeping.
What is the term for that? Agriculture
and allied activities.
What is the term for what sector it is? Is it a primary, secondary or tertiary?
It's primary sector.
And what is SHG and all, secondary or tertiary sector?
SHG, it depends on, sometimes they are providing also service, like if they do tailoring or something. If they produce, then it is primary sector. Some SHGs are also.
And what is secondary sector?
Secondary sector is mostly manufacturing.
So when if a SHG is let's say producing, let's say cloth or papad, isn't it a manufacturing also?
Secondary sector.
Okay, you are talking about SHG.
Yes.
What is an SHG?
Sir, SHG is a by definition it is a self-help group. It mostly consists of around 10 to 20 women members of an village, and the primary aim is to financial inclusion and bank linkage, and they deposit some money from their monthly savings so that in times of their requirement they can withdraw the money from bank and utilize. Apart from that,
you told the number is up to 20.
Yes.
Why not 21?
The aim is to include maximum women from a village.
Then but suppose you are to engage more women in a group. You are telling only 20.
Sir, we can form more groups from a village.
Oh, you are telling about 20. That means the maximum number of members in SHG, in one SHG will be 20.
Yes.
Is it? Are you telling like this? Or the number can be 21, 25?
Sir, as I have worked, I know about 20. I am not sure about whether means currently in Odisha.
Why 20 have you inquired? Why not 25?
But is it a regulation or a?
Yes, you have to justify it.
No. Is there any regulation or is it written somewhere? Because it can be 50, 60. I have.
My point is that. My point is that.
I remember during my foundation course, we visited in a village.
SSG is an organization or not?
Yes, sir.
What kind of organization?
It is a society, cooperative
Society.
Okay. Is it registered under cooperative side?
No, sir.
Is it registered?
No, sir.
It is formal or informal?
It is informal.
Huh?
Means after a lot of SSGs make a group that is a
I'm not. Lot of messages. SSG is itself a group.
Yes.
Then lot of SSG will make group or something?
That is called GPLF.
I am not asking about GPLF. I am asking about group, self-help group.
Yes.
When you are working with OLM, you must ask yourself, why 20? Why not 25? What restricts them to be 20? Why not they cross 21, 20?
Again, I don't think it is 20 because I visited a village in Telangana.
No, there is a logic behind it. That they are informal group. The moment the member will be 20, more than 20, they have to be registered under the society.
Besides that, in short group,
Society
they can be with a better transmission of ideas.
Otherwise, it cannot be.
That's the point.
It
It is guideline of the government.
Yes.
Guideline, government common guideline. So you have knowledge about this plant breeding and genetics.
Yes.
As well as also you have taken up certificate course on rural development.
It will not address.
How the knowledge of plant breeding and genetics will be implied in the rural development?
Sir,
Suppose you will be the
Telangana, they had 50, 60 people.
sir, plant breeding and genetics mostly deals with the varieties that are suitable for a particular area or for a particular condition, like drought resistant varieties, flood tolerant, something like that. And where I will be working, I can recommend the desired varieties according to the agroclimatic condition of that area, and that will
actually exactly what you have read plant breeding and genetics.
Sir, in genetics
from
part include
rural development, including agriculture and others, horticulture, agriculture.
yes, sir. Sir,
कौन
plant
पढ़ी चला जोटे कि कैमरा लगे करियो
sir, about agriculture. About agriculture, the package of practices of the crops, the varieties that are suitable for a particular condition. In entomology and pathology, we read about the disease and major disease and pest of the crop and how to eradicate them. And in extension services, we learn about the schemes of the government and how to implement it from the lab to land program. Means some new technology.
That is important at your level. You can implement and trigger that program.
Yes.
And the another is genetics.
Genetics is
For selection
deals
of-
with cell and cell structure and function, and
No. Genetics is for the selection of the good breeding seeds
Yes, sir,
or any type of genetically sound seeds, very high yielding varieties,
Yes.
seeds, their storage, their further germination, etc. All these will be taken care of.
Yes.
You should be particular, they will ask me. You have agriculture as a forest and the rural development also.
What is genome editing? Genome editing.
So in a genome is the complete set of gene of an organism. Suppose we want some undesirable gene to be removed from the set of gene, we can use genome editing process for that, and we can remove a particular gene by using molecular markers, and then that desirable character will not be.
Is it done? Is it in operation? And is it in use?
It is used in laboratory and research.
Research, not till now, no practical.
Not practically not allowed by
Not
government of
yet.
India
Or,
for.
but is it ethically right to do
Sir,
genome editing?
it is still in debate. Means like in countries, Western countries, it is still allowed on, or not in humans, but allowed on mice and some other animals. But in India, it is not approved. We can do genome editing in plants only. It depends on the perspective. Genome editing sometimes can be dangerous as it will play with the natural fabric, and sometimes some harmful mutations may arise which may be harmful for the environment. And otherwise, for the plus point of it, we can add some desirable genes, like if we want a tall variety, if we want to remove something from the
that is all that is good for plants, but once it is started to get into humans, it becomes an issue.
Yes.
There will be no natural humans.
So it is still in experimental stage
Yes.
than that of the commercial stage.
Yes.
But they will come when we have to opt for that.
Yes, sir. Like we have opted for BT cotton. Maybe someday we will opt more of those things.
So hopefully that should not happen with humans.
Vaccination
Humans are
we are doing in animals.
So in international level,
Yes.
how India's position is currently
So regarding to agriculture.
regarding the politics, geopolitics?
Yes. India now aspires to be Vishwa Guru, and India now, the most important thing for India is India now wants UNSC permanent membership, as India is a developing economy. It is currently the 5th largest in terms of per capita income, and the population of India is also a significant part of world population, and India is maintaining its strategic autonomy in the South Asian region, and mostly India also obeys the rules based order in international arena, and also promotes the bilateral talks.
Any recent events? Can you summarize any recent events?
Sir, during the COVID crisis.
Recent, I mean 5 days, 3 days count.
1 week, within
1 week.
About India's standpoint.
Sir,
the SEO summit is now going on. PM Narendra Modi is in Uzbekistan, Samarkand. He is attending it, and India is in talks with Russia, and India will host it in 2023. And India is in talks with Russia, China, and Pakistan there.
What is your Prime Minister's message? Diplomacy but not war. So should be concern of the world leaders.
Yes.
That was our views. But Prime Minister's view.
Yes, sir.
you belong to Bhadrak district.
Yes, sir.
Which block? Which Tehsil?
Bhadrak block.
Bhadrak block.
Yes.
Bhadrak Tehsil.
Yes.
Village, Gram Panchayat.
Sir, in municipality.
Municipality. Bhadrak town, you mean?
Yes.
Which area of the Bhadrak
So,
town?
ward number 9. Belong to Upper Bagurai.
Bagurai.
Yes.
That means near college area.
Yes.
So, why you want to be an administrator?
I want to be it was a dream, firstly during my student life, but when I worked at the rural development sector, I came to know the what an administrator can do. It has a lasting impact on the lives of the people. Means as when we worked as an NGO, we are just facilitating the government schemes and we are connecting the people with the government. But what an administrator can do is implement directly the government schemes in the rural people, and it will leave a long lasting impact on their life.
It's all right. Are the administrators are policy makers? Can they chalk out policy? Suppose you will be BDO or collector of one district.
They will implement mostly the policies.
They are educated only. Then who are
when
the
they will be senior, they will be working with the department as secretaries. They will be taking care of the policy framing, mostly framing process.
What is the role of political boss?
The
Political servants?
Sir, the political executive is mostly elected by the people. Hence, the real change, or if they want something to implement, they have to first pass the bill in the the respective house. After that, the guidelines, the
Then
policy.
what do you mean by the government? Who is the government?
Sir, the political executive plus the permanent executive consists of the.
Just tell me from district onward. District collector,
Yes.
then executive side, then the political side,
So
MLA,
the MLAs, the MPs,
all these
the ministers
policy
of
makers
state.
are the executives or legislatures?
policy makers. Sir, the legislature mostly makes laws. The executive implements the.
You tell that.
That I
Okay.
can say.
So, how did you assess so far?
What is your interview?
Sir, 25th.
25th
Time ଅଛି?
टाइम
Yes.
अच्छे पड़ा तो ये पी पास जो ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट वे इम्प्लीमेंट करছে সেটা কোন
Sorry, sir.
पी पास
Sorry, sir. I am not aware.
अरे that
That Kalyam. Sorry.
no that is about this paddy procurement assessment system. The Odisha government has done Mondi, all troubles were there and they have tried to liquidate that.
I will read about
Yes,
it.
read about this PPAS.
Okay. Any question you want to ask?
No, sir.
You are good. You are
Very sound.
very
Thank you,
sound,
sir.
meticulous.
Thank you, sir.
You, I think, he answered almost all queries
हाँ
very nicely.
Thank you, sir.
So there is a fair chance that you will again improve by 2-3 more days, and when you finally appear before the real interview board, I think your performance will enhance. Okay. Any question you want?
Sir, is my body language correct or I
Very
am
good,
looking
very
nervous?
good.
It is correct.
Very good, but the dress.
Yes, sir. I
Take a
will
change,
take
correct.
care.
You said no.
Sir, I directly came from office. That's
Okay,
why.
okay.
You said no to things you don't know. You said yes to things which is good.
It's good.
Thing.
Okay.
Thank
All the very best.
Thank you.
God bless.
I think
You will do well. You
white
have a
will
calm
suit you.
personality. You have a stable personality.
White.
White.
Yes, sir.
White with
White will suit you.
red, black.
This will actually make you stand out.
It is just dull type.
But you have come from office. So that's
Office just for mock interview.
No.
That is okay.
that is okay.
But for the actual interview,
Yes.
Wish you all the best.
will do
I
well.
think in
Thank
one
you.
chance also you can.
you will be in the list.
No, another
Yes.
point you have told perhaps this OAS getting is a lengthy process or something. Don't tell that.
Yes.
Don't tell that.
And don't say that ki,
Why
you have to wait.
lengthy? I will not get into
First,
chance.
second attempt doesn't
No,
matter.
no,
no.
Really matter.
Don't tell that.
You said very right thing by saying ki
I will concur.
patience and all those things you mentioned. That is right. Don't say that ki if not first, second, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है.
I will.
It's not
I am
like
confident. I will concur this.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir. Thank you. Sir. Thank you. Sir.
All of you.